everybody. This is the House of Broken Dobbs things. This is Dan Dobbs. This is a follow-up. It'll be part 3 on the eBay Unicorn relative to the Hardinge 36 tooth index wheel. On our last episode, we finished up drilling and tapping all of these, and yes, the camera battery went dead at the end, so I wasn't able to give you a really quick one, but we were able to get them in. Orientation, pretty good. I saw myself, as some of you others saw, that a couple items in there with my drill wasn't perfectly square a few times, and a couple other small items, but large part, we didn't break anything, and the other part is, well, it would be perfectly usable as is, but it's never been within me to leave stuff alone, so we're continuing to move forward. So the intent was, these were the 10 by 32 grub screws, and they work fine. They would work fine. It's just need to make something a little bit easier to function. Just to kind of recap, on the original Hardinge, this is the 20. These specialized screws are down inside the hole, and they in turn provide a very nice surface where the pin, this is not the pin for that one, but you'll see the pin won't fall in and it will just traverse around, and where you've backed the screw out, the pin will lock in and provide indexing at that point. So just a quick rehearsal for those of you that may be coming in half or a third of the way through. And yeah, it's Michigan and it's still winter, so it's a normal syllable here. Or active punctuation, I guess. So we have that, and so I was playing with a couple of different ideas. Kind of searched real quickly, and McMaster Car, their shipping is fantastic here in Michigan. If you catch it the right time of the day, it'll be on your door the next day. That's great. This is a Torx 10 by 32 by 1 inch, and the head size on that one is a .306, 0.307, which is okay. And then we also have another bit of more specialized, very, very narrow head Allen socket screw. And on this one, if you'll notice, it gives us quite a bit of flexibility to do anything with the head itself without getting into the Allen. That's very small, and then the Allen on that particular one is a 3/32, so pretty small. So taking a look at that, I kind of looked at them, and hopefully the zoom on this works better than the last time. I apologize. Some of it was really somewhat foggy last time. Looks like it's going to do it again. There we go. If it doesn't like my lighting or what. There we go. So I was taking each of these, taking out the grub screw, and then adding in the socket screw, or the Torx socket screw, and I knew I was going to run into an issue with clearance. So if you'll see that the screw heads are overlapping. That's probably the best angle right there. I knew I was going to run into that, but that's okay. The idea behind the socket screw is I would be able to take these all the way down flush with the head, and then from the back side come around and trim that off perfectly flush on the back side. So that way, whenever I'm fully tightened down flush, I would know exactly where I was, and anything backed off of there would be opening the pin up to be indexed. Okay, hopefully that's clear. So the issue today was to take a look at this and kind of get an idea of where I'm going to be. Back that up just a little bit further. Oops, sorry. Okay, so just to give you an indication, I put two side by side, and again, I know there's going to be a little variation just because of the tapping and drilling that we did. And here is the indication. You can see the scribe marks on that. Get that out of there, you probably see it better. I scribed off with the mate screw on either side, so we have roughly an idea where it is. And what I'm thinking is to you see those scribe marks on there? Going to be like a semicircular kind of mark on that. Okay, so that's going to be the dimension going across the screw head itself. I do have a collet set, and I could turn these in the collet and then go ahead and shave off the outer edge of this, and then still have plenty of ample room in here to have the Allen screw, or excuse me, the Allen wrench go right in where I can grab it, and still have enough on the back side here to provide that flat that I want to tighten up against. So that's the intent. Just kind of sizing it up here to see roughly how much that would be. And so that's the current step that I'm at right now, but I knew I was going to run into this overlap issue because the spacing on those it's just really tight. But I think this one might actually get it done for me, because they'll be trimmed around the outer diameter, but they should have ample clearance to still remain a Allen so I can get at, and then come in and set these up. You know, the noise you hear upstairs is my lovely wife and our dog Indiana playing a little fetch. She bought 2 new fresh tennis balls, so the Indy is very excited. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at, and I'm going to kind of size this up and get a feel for what I'm going to do. Trimming 36 screws will take just a little bit on the lathe, but we'll probably get some lathe action in here very shortly. And as you can see, the bench is not completely clean, but it's getting sorted. We've got some interesting stuff kind of laying on the bench as I've been going through boxes of things that I have acquired, and then sorting through all of that. Yeah, you can see a little bit of stuff down there. Other sides, it gets quite deeper, but at least to get an idea. Okay. Well, I also want to give a shout out this week to Mature Patriot, Vernon. Yeah, quite a good conversation with him going on over the last couple of his videos, and he actually did stop by the cellar that I mentioned in the previous one, and I think he picked up a couple small pieces, but that's fantastic. Thank you for watching and supporting those guys. Again, I'm not funded or supported in any way other than just they're great guys. So, that's all for the moment, and we'll get measured and we'll see where we can go. Bring you back. Yeah, hi. I wanted to mention just a second. I've talked about it, but I don't think I've actually shown the screw that Hardinge uses inside. And the zoom on this buddy is not that great. Yeah, focus. No. Okay. Probably not going to be the greatest view of it for you, but sorry for that. But keep it from tripping off of my skin color and stuff. You can see that it's a ground end on it, Allen socket going in, and then it goes down into a recessed hole, and when it's fully tightened in, it's going to be flush in the back and when you back it out. I'm kind of adding this for anybody who's taking a look at these Hardinge indexers. And then as you go around it, I showed it but I didn't say anything. Those screws, when they come around, this special ring is on here that as you back the screw out, you can't back them out and lose them. So, to kind of give you an idea on that, just come in here on this guy. They'll back out and then get locked by that ring. So, just a quick 10 seconds for that, but in case someone's actually working on it and never seen one, and everybody's like, yeah, you can just put any screw in there you want. No. Can you make them? Sure, absolutely. Yeah, not a big deal. My issue is, if you look at the spacing in here for the 20, that's great. plenty of room. 36, not so much. So that's kind of the way I've had to go the way I've gone. So anyway, we'll get measured, and we'll bring you back when we start actually turning these screws to get them to size, and we'll go from there. Okay, we're outside in the shop trimming some of these up. This is the Allen screw we talked about, and I've done just a couple just to be qualify that. It seems like about 75 thousandths off the diameter works pretty good. So I have a direct reading on this one, so I'm going to go ahead and fire this up. I'm turning it 500 RPM for no particular reason. Not really having much of a struggle with these. Taking these down, the first pass is, I think I'm going through a little bit of hardening, maybe. Alright. I'm going to switch you around so you get a little better view. Change your view. Okay, using a Jacobs collet chuck here on with the soft rubber collets. It works really good. This style is not as fancy as the big one with a big aluminum wheel. This is like a phenolic plastic or some variant of it, but it works okay. Its only downside is that you really need to use the Allen wrench to get it snug, unless it's a big part you can get a hold of. All right. Next one up. Sorry. How's that? That's really not awful. One day I'll make a set of camera mounts like Randy Richard has, swinging down from the ceiling so you can get right in there. Working off the tripods pretty much stinks. And so on and so forth for another probably 35. So I'll bring you back when we get closer. So welcome back. We're we're continuing to finish this thing out. We've got enough of the revised screws, and we've got enough clearance to get it put together. Looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Yeah. We'll get these in there, and then the plan is to get them all squared on this side and then come on this side and take these down flat, and then probably put them on the surface grinder just to make sure they are flat, and then we'll get it reassembled and put it back together. Maybe next episode, but I want to share this with you this time that we've got them turned down. Seems like 70 was about the right number to make a nice fit. I started over here a little bit wider, and then over here I started shifting over into the 70, and it seems to have worked out pretty good. So I guess from today, that'll be it from the House of Broken Dobbs things. I like to thank all the new subscribers. That's been good comments from everybody. I make mistakes just like you know, anybody, but I thank you for the kindness and your suggestions and your perhaps gentle coaching, which is great. And I'm not out here to teach that much. This is not my strong suit, but I do enjoy learning. So we'll make mistakes and learn. So anyway, that's it from the House of Broken Dobbs things. We'll bring you back when we get a little closer, probably next week, and get these done. Thank you. Appreciate your time.